Moving in with my two best friends after high school was the worst and the best thing I have ever done. Don't get me wrong. I love their company. However, I do also enjoy the quietness from time to time. I was sitting in the main room when the two morons walked through the front door. Connie placed a white bag down on the coffee table in front of where I was sitting. Go your favorite, he smiled. Thank you, how was work? You ask moving to get utensils. It was so boring, Sasha winded with a mouthful of food. It was busier than normal, is what she meant. Connie laughed from his seat. The two worked part-time at one of the local restaurants while they were both going through college. We got new neighbors, Connie said as I sat down. Why, and you can't dislike people you haven't met yet, Sasha scolded. I don't like myself. Therefore, I see no reason to like others. I sighed, placing a piece of food into my mouth. Not the point. Connie laughed. Times like this were rare, as it was the first time in months I was back home and none of us had a clue as to when I would be next leaving. Once finished with my food, I cleaned my things away before leaving to go to my room. The room was small and quite planned. You didn't see the need to have a lot of things cluttering around the place if I would never touch them. Picking up my sketchbook, I took a pencil and rubber and headed to the garden. Sitting on the grass, I started sketching a rose that was hanging on from the garden next to ours. Time passed as I redrew parts of the plant and the girl beside it. Wait, when did she get there? She wore a red scarf. Her hair was black and wore a white shirt and a long skirt from what I could make out. Locking eyes, the two of you stared in an interesting staring contest. Hi, her voice was barely above a whisper, yet you still managed to catch it. Hi, you muttered back, your brain screaming at you to do something. A voice called, making the women turn to walk back inside, leaving you alone once more. She's really pretty, you threw, looking down at the drawing in front of you. Sighing happily, you stood up, talking your things before walking back inside, making sure to lock the door behind you. Who was that? Sasha asked as she snaked on some popcorn. I don't know, you sighed, wanting nothing more than to sleep. There was a knock on the door as you watched Connie open it. You couldn't see or hear who was there. Not that you cared that much anyway. We have guests, Connie said, moving to let 3 people in. The first was a blonde male, his hair stopping just past his chin. The next was a boy with green eyes and dark brown hair that seemed to be growing out. And the third was the woman from before. I'm leaving, you said, moving past everyone to make it up to your room. Why, and come and be social for once? Sasha laughed at your mood. I would rather die, you called back. Thanks for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss anything I post.